Hey there, Blessed Mama. We are here to help you, the working mom, manage your personal and professional life without losing your mind. This is a podcast for you. I'm Blair Critch, and I went from a teacher to a stay-at-home to a 7-figure online business owner. And listen, that didn't happen overnight. It happened after we actually hit rock bottom. Bankruptcy that shook us. Then to find out my husband had an addiction problem, I decided that day I would grow and learn how to build a flexible business of freedom. Now today, I'm passionate about teaching other women the exact same thing through systems and strategies full of faith, fun, and drive.
What is up? I am Kelly Hoover, retired corporate pharmaceutical rep to network marketing millionaire and small business owner. After recovering from a brain tumor, I knew I wanted to go after my dreams and make life happen. Quit waiting around for the perfect time. So I learned social media and how to master my time, and then the magic really started happening. If you are looking to create connections and own your time management skills, then this is the place for you. Let's do it. Welcome back to Blessed Mama Bosses podcast. It's Kelly and Blair, and we are so excited to hang out with you today. Welcome to episode 75. Can network marketing ever truly be residual or passive income? Oh man, I cannot wait to have this conversation and break it down. But first, before we can really break it down and explain can it or can it not, let's break it down a little bit about what residual income is and passive income. So I know these may seem like hot topics or fancy terms. You may have never even heard of these terms before, but it is something to be educated about because we all want to create these things in our life, right? So first off, residual income and passive income are very closely related in definition, but there is a difference. And we're going to show you exactly what the difference is between passive income and residual income. So let's go to the IRS, right? I mean, we all want to know what the IRS says, right? Not really, but yes, we do. Passive activity income. So passive income, it includes all income that comes from passive activities and generally includes a gain from an interest or passive activity property using passive activity. So it's something that is happening without necessarily putting your effort in to make that happen. Okay. So a few examples of this would be rental property that's managed by someone else other than you, right? You've got this income coming in, someone else is managing the work, but you're receiving the income. Dividends from stocks or mutual funds, interest on savings accounts, or maybe any other accounts that you have, the interest that you earn, that is passive. You're not actively doing anything. Your money is earning it for you. Earnings from owning a business or a partnership in which you have a passive partner. All right. The trend is to truly notice in all cases that passive income involves some kind of initial monetary investment to start the business, but you may not be continuously putting money into it. So you put some money in, it is working without you actually having to do daily task or weekly task to earn the income. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so next let's dive in to what is residual income. All right, like we said in the beginning, it is similar, but there are some differences. So passive income takes initial monetary investment, where residual income differs by receiving income after you do some initial work. Okay, so you may not put the money in, but you're putting effort or work in, and then you earn the income. So some examples of this would be maybe you write an ebook and you're receiving royalties from that ebook you've created. You did the work first, you created the book, and now the book is just passively selling. So you're getting those residual incomes coming in after the work is done. So another example is money that you get from maybe recruiting successful team members in a network marketing company. So let's take like Mary Kay or Pampered Chef. You are putting the work in, you're recruiting your team, and then you are getting paid residual income for recruiting a successful team. Another example is all you singers out there. I know Blair is one of these. She hasn't recorded a song yet, but you never know. This could happen. You guys hear her singing on the podcast all the time, right? Do you want to pipe in a tune really quick? She's looking at me
I was
funny. If you
muted
got
out. I don't know. I don't know if I can do it on demand. It's like it's gotta come, it's gotta flow to me.
Okay, think about it. I'm gonna make you sing. So but if you created a song, you were doing the work, you've created a song, you've recorded the song, now you release the song and you earn royalties from it. Okay. You've created blog posts or articles for magazines or something that you're selling over the internet. Again, you've put in the work and then the money comes after the work. Okay, so you sort of see this pattern. So one could argue that time was certainly invested in each of these activities. And so that is really where the difference comes down. Initially, money could be invested or initially time could be invested. So look on the front end of what that is. So needless to say, most of the time you would be fine using these two terms interchangeably since their definitions are so closely related. But we really want to talk how network marketing business can be residual, how network marketing business can be passive. And truly, it can absolutely happen. And I'm going to give you a few examples before I toss it over to Blair and have her break down a little bit more details about this. So, for example, you can absolutely have passive and residual income streams with multi-level marketing, with direct sales, with network marketing. So let's just say that you start out the business that Blair and I are a part of. It costs $0 to get in, right? Like it costs nothing. You don't have to pay a website fee. You don't have to buy a kit. You don't have to pay any sort of initiation or joining fee. You literally start with nothing, $0. But you put work in, right? So you're putting work in and then you earn a paycheck the very next Tuesday. So that is residual income. You've put in the money. And guess what? As you're creating and building a team, you're getting paid on that team, not just that next week, but 3 weeks after that, 3 months after that, 3 years after that. So that is residual. Okay. So that is just an example of it. Now, as far as passive income goes, you can absolutely create this as well. Maybe you have made an investment. An example is an e-commerce site, and you've made this investment in an e-commerce site, and you've made the investment and now it's paying off months later, but the investment was dollars, not necessarily your time. So those are just some examples. And Blair, are you ready to sing yet?
I couldn't think of anything. Isn't that crazy? I'm like, oh man, let's see if something comes to me, guys. I promise. If it comes, I will sing. Okay. So I love how Kelly broke down all about, what the difference is between residual and passive, how that can really work for you in network marketing and direct sales. One of the best explanations, in my opinion, of how you can use network marketing to then become truly having lots of different passive incomes in your life is from the book, Business of the 21st Century. It was written by Robert Kiyosaki, who is the same author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He explains the cash flow quadrant inside of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and he explains it again in the Business of the 21st Century. And in the book, The Business of 21st Century, he really talks about how he believes that if you want to get to that passive level, if you want to get to investor, which I'll explain in a second, you have to truly find a quick way to make some money within a couple of years that then you can use to invest in. And his number one way that he says in that book, Business of 21st Century, to get that money is network marketing, direct sales, MLM. Okay. So I want you to think about that because quite often people have a bad taste of MLM, network marketing, direct sales in their mouth. But the reality is some of the biggest and wealthiest people in the world have started off in that industry. Okay. It's just that now their wealth, you don't know about that it came from when they started with these companies, because now they've gotten into the passive income element and they're making lots of money from that. So let me explain to you what I mean. Now you can go Google cash flow quadrant. You can also find the cash flow quadrant image inside of our free group, Blessed Mama Bosses. If you're not a part of that, you want to go check it out. We have a direct link to our Facebook group. It's blessedmamabossesgroup.com. Takes you straight into our Facebook group. And in there, we always have a guide, which used to be called Units. That's free resources. And you'll see the image of cash flow quadrant, it's basically a square. And on the top left is the letter E. E stands for employee, people who work for other people. So as an employee, you're going to earn monthly income, no matter the company you work for. You're not going to get the profit of all of it. But what if for any reason you couldn't work anymore? Like something happened, right? You have a boss. You have to be there or you're not getting paid. You have no control over what goes on, right? So you really have a maximum income of how much you can earn. Now, on the bottom left is self-employed, which a lot of people are like, yeah, I'm not an employee anymore. I'm a self-employed. I have my own stuff going on. Okay, you're still the boss, but you're also the boss and an employee. So an example of that would be a doctor, a lawyer, an actor, an actress. Yeah, they might be self-employed, but they still have a boss. As a self-employed, or they still have to be their own employee, right? So they might not have a boss, but there's no one to give them an order, but they do have to work a lot. And their income depends on their working time. The longer you work, the more money you're going to earn. But what if for some reason you couldn't work anymore? Like we said before, are you still going to make income? With self-employed, you're not. Okay, maybe it'll keep going for a month or two, but if you don't show up, you're not going to make the money. Okay? Top right. B for business owner. This is what you are if you own a network marketing, direct sales, MLM, franchise, any kind of small business. Okay, you're a business owner. You are the boss. You are manifesting people's time, minds, and energy to make money for you. Okay, so you are allowing others to help you build the business and you're making money off of that. That is considered residual and passive, okay? On the left-hand side, the employee and the self-employed are what we consider active income. You have to be actively involved in order to make the money. On the other side, business owner, it can passively be made, okay? You might have somebody in the UK, for example, earning you money in the middle of the night while you're sleeping. That's amazing, right? But what we really want to do is take this B, business owner, where we're at with our network marketing businesses, make money and move it down to the bottom right. Now, I want you to understand this very clearly. Only less than 3% of the world, the whole world, is in an investor quadrant. Most people live in, the highest percentage would be employee, right? And then self-employed. Then a small percentage is a business owner, which is what you are if you're in network marketing, direct sales, or MLM, or even a franchise owner. But the investor quadrant is where only less than 3% live. But it is where true financial freedom is. So I for investor quadrant stands for money working for you. If you had a lot of money, you've put it into investments, you've put it into accounts, you've put it into properties, you've put it into e-commerce things like that, where while you're sleeping at night, it's making you money. Okay? So that's being an investor. And the reason that I like to really explain that, and you've heard us talk about this before, if you're a follower of our podcast and you've listened to our podcast before, we have talked about the cash flow quadrant multiple times, because I truly believe that if you understand it and you understand the possibilities of what network marketing, direct sales, MLM could truly do for you, you can get to this investor quadrant pretty fast, right? I always tell people the very first thing you want to do with your network marketing success is help others. The next thing is take that money and pay off any debt. Now, talk to your CPA or your accountant first, because like for us, it's not worth it for us to pay off our complete house. We need to have a little bit because it helps us with tax write-offs every year. But you could pay down some of it so that the payments are really low, right? There's good debt versus bad debt. You want to get rid of all the bad debt. That would be student loans, credit card loans, anything like that. That's causing a lot of interest. That's just wasting money for you, right? So that's what you do first. But the second thing you do after that is invest. So as quickly and as fast as possible. Actually, I love, for a huge shout out to somebody on our team, Bridget Harding. She literally just made a bonus with our company, took that bonus and bought a 1-bedroom condo on the beach in Myrtle Beach, and now already has it rented out for the summer, right? That is what we're talking about here. She's a business owner turned investor. Brilliant. Okay. So that's the kind of stuff we're talking about. Now, how can you make your business a passive income in network marketing? I'm going to give you guys 3 tips for this. Number 1, stick with it long term. I want you to listen to this. You might even want to come back and write this down. I actually have this saved in the notes of my phone. If someone stayed with a company for 20 years, okay, you stay with your network marketing company or direct sales or MLM company for 20 years and had a 30% growth each year, then they would earn a $1.1 million per month minimum by year 20 in their business. If every 5 years, though, they decided to leave for a new company, right? Because let's just be honest. Maybe you're one of these people. I have moved companies. So like calling out my own self here, okay? I was with Stella and Dot for almost 5 years, and now I've been with my current company for almost 7 years this summer. And that move was the right move for me. But quite often there are shiny objects. There are new companies. There are new things popping up, and everyone thinks that the grass is always greener. So be careful, because if every 5 years you left for a new company with 30% growth a year, and you took 30% of your team on each time that you moved, and let's be honest, the statistics show that you lose 90% of your team. You don't ever take 30% of your team, but let's just say you had an amazing team. They were totally loyal, and 30% left with you on each time you moved. They would make $78,000 per month by year 20. 1.1 million if you stay with the company by year 20 a month, or 78,000 per month by year 20. Listen, they both sound amazing, but one sounds absolutely amazing. Let's just be honest. So have a long-term vision. Stick with the company that you're going to put your name by. Okay. Now, I will say this before I move on to tip number 2 is Eric Worre, who wrote the book Go Pro for network marketing. He does say there are some reasons why you need to leave a company. Okay. You leave a company if they're doing something unethical. You leave a company if it's not lining up with your morals. You leave a company if the products have changed and they're no longer working for you. Okay. But you don't leave because something's a shiny new object. You don't leave because you think, ooh, I'm going to be the first one in. This is going to be ground floor, and I'm going to be the one that's going to change this whole, thing, or I'm going to be the number one of this company. Like that's a shiny object. The grass is not greener. Look at it like a marriage. Okay. You're not going to leave your husband for the next new, good looking guy who might be a millionaire and promises you all these things, right? The grass is not always greener. All right. Tip number 2, invest with the money you earn for true passive income. So now you're making money. You've paid off that debt that you have. Now, what are you going to do with this money? Okay. Most of the world, and this is actually, if you ever look up things about what makes the difference between people who are low income, middle, and high, okay, people in middle class spend money and make money for the rich. Okay. What I mean by that is they are literally so excited that they have this money that they're constantly spending this money. And I have to put myself in check on this quite often, right? Like, I don't really need all those things I'm clicking on Amazon. It's why I had to get rid of the Zulily app. I got rid of Amazon app for a couple months. There are a few apps that I have to get rid of because, yes, it might be great deals, but I'm just wasting that money. And that money adds up. And if it's $100 a month, that could have been $1,200 that I invested in something with. Kelly's laughing right now.
Yes, my girl loves to shop more than me.
I love shopping. It is. It's like my stress reliever. I'm being honest. Like, I do love to shop. So I have to check myself sometimes. Like, do I want to spend $1,200 a year on junk, or do I want to spend $1,200 a year investing in a stock? Right? So think about those kind of things. So take that money and invest it. That story I shared with you guys about Bridget, that's a great example. Okay. Right now, Kelly and I just invested in a passive income e-commerce company with Walmart. We saw an opportunity and we decided to jump on it. And so we did. And so that's something that we took some extra money that we both had created and put it into that. So there are lots of ways that you can invest your money, but don't just let your money continue to just be there and go, ooh, we've got some extra money this month. We're going to spend on this or that, right? Instead, think about specifically when you plan your goals for the year ahead, how much will you put away each quarter in order to reach whatever that passive income goal is for the end of the year? So number 3, choose a business with residual income. That means like an auto ship or reusable items. Now, I know you just heard me say stick with it long term. So if you're not able to do that with your products and you truly love your company and you feel passionate about the business and the products and you want to stay with that company, then there are other ways to create a residual, reusable way with your products. So let me share with you guys an example, okay? Maybe you sell leggings or workout wear or makeup can kind of be residual because you do need, it's reusable, right? It might not be every single month, but maybe you have an item like that, right? Or jewelry. So I used to sell jewelry with Stella and Dot. You guys have heard me say that before. That's not residual. It's not auto ship, right? And when I was selling it, now they have a lot of other things that they sell, but when I was at the company, it was really just the jewelry. And so I created a way to have residual income for myself. I loved the company. I loved the products, and I needed a way to figure it out. And so around the holidays, Mother's Day and Christmas, I created a Jewelry of the Month Club. And I went to some of my top clients' husbands and said, your wife loves my jewelry. She buys every time I have a sale, every time I offer her a hostess reward, she jumps in and has a party. I think she'd really love Jewelry of the Month. So you're going to pay this flat fee. And it was like, I made it pretty high. It was like $1,000 or $2,000 depending on the person. I gave them different options. They had 3 packages they could choose from. And then I would mix it up. So if they picked the highest package, maybe it was a $3,000 for the year. Okay. And then what they would do is every month I would send their wife a new piece of jewelry. And I would make sure that at the end of the year, that equaled face value of $3,000. However, I got a discount when I ordered jewelry, right? I got 25% off. And if it was a new collection, I might even get 50% off. So I would buy those pieces with my discount and I would ship them myself with a nice little note from her husband every single month to her. Okay. So she got a new piece of something every month. If it was maybe the lower bottom one of $1,000 for the year, it might have just been earrings every single month instead of necklaces and bracelets, etc. So you guys can see, based on what I just shared with you, like create your own FabFitFun box, create your own monthly subscription, create it for yourself by using the products that you already have, but go to those husbands and try to do it that way. So that's a great way to create your business that you already love and make it residual or make it auto ship. So Kelly, now that they've heard a little bit more about like residual and passive, let's talk to them about how we can help them to really move forward.
Yes, I love all of these examples. And I hope that you see, yes, network marketing can be residual and passive for your business, and that you can use that money to invest into other things, right? So if you're ready to do these things, we have some great ideas for you. And here's the thing. Maybe you are in network marketing, all of the check the boxes that Blair was talking about, they fit. You're like, yes, we have auto ships. Yes, we have all of these things, but you are ready to scale it fast to 6 figures and beyond right now this year. We have a network marketing accelerator. We will partner with you through a course that you get to do at your own pace. You can go as fast as you want. You can rewatch things. And I will tell you, it is everything that Blair and I did on the front end, the duplication, behind the scenes, with our calendars, everything to scale our personal businesses to 6 figures and beyond. Okay, so it's called Network Marketing Accelerator. You can find it at networkmarketingaccelerate.com, or of course, head over to our website at blessedmammabosses.com, and there is a whole page all about it. This is for the person who is ready to learn it all. You are ready to be the leader. You are tired of playing small. You are ready to have that business and to make it passive and make it residual. That is for you. Now, we both sort of mentioned a new opportunity, an e-commerce platform that Blair and I have both gotten involved in. So if you're like, hey, I have some investment, I've had success in network marketing, I've had success somewhere else, and I'm ready to create a passive income where I can put my dollars and they can sort of generate income and work on their own. We both have gotten involved with Walmart e-commerce platform. And we would love to help you make that connection. It's not us personally, we're just part of it. But we would love to connect you with our friends who are doing it and are helping you and can help you make that investment and create another stream of income, a passive income stream. So reach out to us. You can reach out to us at blessedmammabosses@gmail.com, or certainly find us on Instagram at blessedmammabosses_ and just say, hey, I'm interested in learning more about the e-commerce platform that you're involved in with Walmart. And here's the thing. If you are ever looking for a network marketing company, listen, we do not share here on Blessed Mama Bosses podcast a lot about the one that we're involved in, but maybe you're at that point. Maybe you're like, I love this profession, or I'm really interested in this profession, but I'm not partnered with the right company. I don't have the opportunity to make 6 figures and beyond. If you're really serious about it and you are looking for a company, we would love to have the opportunity to talk to you about that as well. This is truly for people who are serious about making 6 figures plus a year. You are ready to grow. You are ready to learn. You are ready to have systems in place, and you're ready to use the dollars that you make. You deserve to help others too. We would be honored to partner with you in any of these things. Hop on a 15-minute Zoom with us. That is one thing we probably don't share enough, Blair, is that we would love to get on with you for 15 minutes and help you, talk with you. How can we support you? So we're excited about this episode. We hope that you got some education, a little around passive and residual income and how it can truly benefit you in your network marketing business and in your life as you are growing as a business owner. So rate and review this podcast. We would love a 5-star rating and let us know specifically about this episode. Obviously, tag us on Instagram at blessedmommabosses_, and we will shout you out to our community. Thank you guys for your time. We have enjoyed this episode, and we will see you again on another episode of Blessed Mama Bosses Podcast. We hope you enjoyed this episode and want to hang out with us more. Join us inside our Facebook community. You can find us at www.blessedmamabossesgroup.com. We'll see you inside.